Welcome to the latest instalment in my new Bass Lick of the Week series. Before we dive into the line itself, please hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Okay, so this week we're going to be playing a line with a plectrum. We're going to be playing over a B7 chord, so B dominant 7th. That's the sound we're playing over here. And we're going to be using a sliding tenths idea. This is something that you hear a little bit more in slap bass, something that I got from playing Mark King lines, because it's something that he uses quite a bit in his slap playing, but it works really nicely with a plectrum as well. So we're going to open up the first bar with this figure. So this is the sliding tenth figure that we're talking about. And if you don't know what a tenth is, it's essentially a compound third, and that means a third but separated by more than an octave. So if we were to count up from A, for example, count up through a major scale, 1, 2, 3, there's our major third, C sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's our major third again, C sharp, but now it's over an octave higher than the root note. So we call it a tenth, and that's what we're playing here. Okay, and what we're actually playing is an open E string, and then we're playing a hammer onto that A. We then play the C sharp, big jump for your picking hand, and you can allow both of these notes to ring together. And then we slide both of those notes upwards whilst they're still ringing, so they become an A sharp and a D natural. We're then going to pluck that lower A sharp, so it slides into a B natural, and then we play the D sharp on top. So you're essentially getting this A tenth moving to the B tenth on the B there. So that's the line that we're looking at. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we're going to be opening this line. It's quite a tricky phrase to play because your picking hand's going to be really jumping across from the E string to the G string. So it's quite an advanced picking line, really. Okay, now in terms of the picking strokes that you're going to be using here, if you were going to adhere really sort of rigidly to the picking system, the alternate picking system, realistically, all of these notes need to be played with upstrokes because they're falling in syncopated parts of the beat. It doesn't really matter if you bend that rule a little bit, as long as you finish up playing an upstroke for the final thing that you play. So that D sharp that we play at the end there, that very much needs to be played with an upstroke so we can begin the next beat with a nice strong downstroke. Okay, so we're going to finish off the second beat with a couple of ghost notes on the low E string. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. We're going to move into the third beat now. We're going to be playing all on the E string. 4 16th notes. So we've got a B, 2 ghost notes, and then a B. That's the essential kind of groove that we've got going on here. We're going to carry on that kind of motion into the fourth beat, and we're just going to play 3 ghost notes on the E string, and then the final note that we're going to be playing is going to be an open E, and that's going to lead us into another hammer on so that we can repeat that figure. Okay, and as you can probably tell, that first bar in isolation will make for a really fantastic mini exercise. So once you get that sliding tenth idea together, just cycle that first bar round and round until you get comfortable with that. It's going to be a really big help in conquering this exercise, which is quite challenging. Okay, so as we move into the second bar of the line, we're going to be opening up with that sliding tenth figure once again. And this time, once we've played that top D sharp, we're going to play a couple of ghost notes as we did before, but this time we're going to put those ghost notes on the D string. And then we're going to play this figure. Now this is the octave B, 9th fret of the D string. This is beat 3. Ghost note, and then B flat, coming down to the A. And what we're going to be doing here is adding a shake to this A. And a shake is very similar to a trill. We just take one finger rather than two and just slide rapidly between two notes, the A and the A sharp here in this case. And the appeal of using a shake rather than a trill is that it's less precise. So a trill is a little bit more rigid in terms of the repetitions, whereas a shake is, for want of a better expression, a little bit greasier sounding, and it works really, really nicely in funk lines, as this kind of is. Okay, so our second bar. Okay, we've got that shake going on for the end of the third beat and then most of the fourth beat as well. And at the end of the bar, we've got that open E string that's going to take us back into a repeat of that sliding 10th figure. Okay, as we move into the third bar of the exercise, this is mostly the same as the first bar. So we're going to get the first 3 beats the same. So all the way up to that figure. And then on beat 4, there's a 16th note rest, a quick ghost note on the G string, and then we're going to play 2 notes in the upper register, the B and the A. The B is at the 16th fret of the G string and the A is at the 14th fret. And we're going to apply a shake to that A again in this upper register. And then we're playing a kind of minor pentatonic lick, just to close the line. So after we've played our shake on the A, we're going to come down onto the D string and play F sharp, E, and then 2 F sharps, 16th fret, 14th fret, back to the 16th fret. Couple of ghost notes. Come down onto the D natural, and then we've got 2 ghost notes, and then down onto the B. And you can slide downwards from that B. And that's going to take us back into the line with that open E string at the end there, just to do that. So. That's our third and fourth bars. And then obviously you're going to repeat the line. So quite a tough exercise. This is a fairly advanced use of the plectrum. I've got some big old jumps between the E string and the G string happening fairly frequently in this line. And there's a lot of control needed here in terms of muting things that you don't want ringing and allowing things to ring that you do. It's quite a tricky line, and as I said earlier in the video, it's really worth spending a lot of time on that first bar, because if you can get that together, get that sounding good, then the rest of the line will come together quite nicely. When you're playing on that low E string, you can always add a little bit of palm muting as well to the low B. When you're chugging away on those notes, that's going to sound really nice as well. So that's it for Bass Lick of the Week number 3. I'm just going to finish off by telling you what I've done tone-wise. As ever, I'm using my GB Guitars Spitfire bass. This is a modern take on a Fender Jazz bass. What I've done here is I've turned the bridge pickup down all the way, so I'm really just using the neck pickup, and I've turned the tone control down to about the halfway position because I don't want too much top-end sizzle in the sound. These strings are reasonably new, and I'll adjust the tone control depending on how much sizzle I'm getting out of the strings. These are quite bright, so I've taken it down to the halfway point. That's giving me a slightly more meaty sound, something that works really nicely for this kind of line. Okay, that's it for Bass Lick of the Week number 3. Thanks for checking out the latest instalment in my Bass Lick of the Week series. If you'd like to download the PDF worksheet and audio files for this exercise, just click on the link in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to head over to basslinepublishing.com to check out my full range of bass guitar video courses. I'll see you next week for another bass groove.